So, my dear apprentices, your host, Mr. Magno, is bringing you another demonstration of how to find the area of a rectangle. So we have two dimensions, 6/8 miles times 3 1/3 of a mile. Now, the first one is a fraction, and the second factor is a mixed number. So we have to convert the mixed number into an improper fraction, so it will be easier to multiply a fraction times a fraction. So here's the method. You will multiply 3 times 3, the denominator times the whole number, plus when you have the total, you're going to add the 1. Let me show you that on an equation horizontally. So we're going to multiply the denominator 3 times the whole number 3 plus the numerator 1. And that should equal 3 times 3 equals 9 plus 1 equals 10. So there is a 10. And that should be 10 thirds because that's the denominator for this mixed number. Now we're going to rewrite the problem. We're going to write 6/8 mile times 3. No, we're going to write now the improper fraction, 10 thirds miles, and that will be equal. So now let me show you what we're going to do. 6 times, we're going to define the numerator and define the denominator, a times 3. So a times 3. Right, so now we have 6 times 10 and 8 times 3. So now we have to do the multiplications. So the top which should be 60. 6 times 10 equals 60. And 8 times 3 equals 24. As you can see, this is an improper fraction. So when you have an improper fraction, you're going to, 60 is greater than 24, so we have to create a division. So let's create a division so that the denominator, let me see. The dividend becomes, it's the number 60. Okay, that goes inside, that's the dividend. And the divisor is the number 24. And we're going to align it right here. And so now we ask ourselves, how many times the 24 can go into the 60? And that's probably 2 times. And you would say, how do you know? Well, you know, because if you do 24, well, that's not very nice. 24 times plus 24, these are multiples. You can multiply it or you can just add it. So that will be 48. Okay, so that's how I know the answer for that 24 going into 60 is the quotient is 2. Okay, then you multiply 2 times 24 equals 48, just like we created it on the right hand side. That's going to be 48. And I'm going to align this right below the 60. And the difference between those two numbers is going to be 12. So let me just put the minus sign, and that's going to be 12. Because 48 plus 12 equals 60. Okay, now that's our answer. So we can now give the answer. We found the area of this rectangle. So the area of this rectangle is going to equal to, I'm going to write the fractions because my machine, that's what it allows me to do first. And then I will insert the whole number. Okay, so where's the whole number? There. So the answer is 2 and 12 24ths. Now, this number here, my friends, the 2 and 12 24ths can be divided, the 12 24ths can be divided by 12. Notice that 24 is double the 12. So that's how you will find, and again, this, if you know your multiplications well and you know the multiples of numbers, that will allow you to come up with the answer as to which number will divide the 12 and the 24 at the same time and evenly. So in this case, we know it's the 12. So it's 12 over 12. And now we're going to write the total. 12 divided by 12 equals 1, and 24 divided by 12 equals 2. And that equals, so we now know that 12 24ths equals 1/2. So there is the area. Now let's write the answer to the question. Okay, the area. Let me use my text box. The area of the rectangle is 2.5. I forgot something. This is called square units. That's the only way you're going to demonstrate that this is a square units. And you have to make sure that you have, when you give the answer for this, this has a 2, a superscript 2, my friends. That's what we call it here. These are miles, but we have to make it square miles. There you go. There is a square miles, and that's how your answer will be correct. If you are missing that little number that is like a superhero, you are going to have the wrong answer. And that matches my answer here in the bottom. My friends, watch the video again if you need to. Your coach, Mr. Magno, your host, your math host, is wishing you the best. Rewind the video again, watch it again until you understand what you need to do. Signing out, Mr. Magno.